Feel welcome. Today, shortly, I want us to discuss on the median from cumulative frequency. That is median from cumulative frequency curve. Want to know what is this curve? How do you use it to get the median from this cumulative frequency? In most cases, this cumulative frequency curve is actually used to give an estimate of median, just an estimate, something that is closer to the median. That's why we say it's used to give us an estimate of median. So median of grouped data can actually be estimated using a cumulative frequency curve. And I've defined what a cumulative frequency curve is, that this is a graph of cumulative frequency against upper class limit. In other words, on the y-axis, we usually put the cumulative frequency, and then on the x-axis, we are putting the upper class limits. So that particular curve where we have the cumulative frequency drawn against the upper class limit is what we refer to this case as cumulative frequency curve, or sometimes we refer to it as Oigo. It looks like an extended S. Now, if we know that it is cumulative frequency against the upper class limits, then opt that when you are given a table, then you have to come up with what we call the cumulative frequency table, where now we will have to introduce what we call the column for cumulative frequency. For this case, I think we're introducing the row. Now, for this case, realize that the first frequency is just copied the way it is, and then this 2 is added to 6 to have 8. 8 is added to 15 to have 23. 23 plus 20 to have 43. 43 plus 24 to have 67. 67 plus 32 to have 99. 99 plus 12 to have 111. Then 111 plus 4 to have 115. Then 115 plus 3 to have 118. Then 118 plus 2 to have 120. So this last cumulative frequency here indeed give us the total frequency of that distribution. Remember this, that cumulative frequency is just the running sum of the frequency, the way I've just demonstrated. So once you have this cumulative frequency, then what you require now is to go on and draw what we call the cumulative frequency curve. Remember, we've already said that on the y-axis, we are putting the cumulative frequency, and then on the x-axis, what is coming here is the max, but what you are putting here is the upper class limits. The upper class limits. Remember, if the data is not starting from 0, then it's wise to break this, to break your graph. If the data is not starting from 0, so it is wise to break the graph. But since our data is starting from 0, then we can actually have a clear table without that breakages for that point. And therefore, we are putting the upper class limits here in terms of the max, and then the cumulative frequency on the y-axis. So we are going to draw those particular, we are going to locate this max, respective those max, the way it is. And then, remember, once you draw this one, you're going to remember your graph will be like this. It will come up to the last mark, which is at 10. Then we will actually take it back to the upper class limit of the previous class so that our graph does not hang for that case. Now to get the median, you take the total frequency, which we had as 120. 120, you divide it by 2, which gives you 60. Then you move through 60, draw a straight line to meet that ogive, and then at the point of intersection with the ogive, drop a perpendicular line to the x-axis and then read that particular value. So this particular value we read here is indeed 48. So this particular value that you've gotten on the x-axis as 48 is now the estimated median of that particular data that is given. Please, I believe that quick demonstration have just enable you to understand how we get the median of grouped data, or how do we estimate the median of grouped data from the cumulative frequency curve. Please hit that subscription so that you can be notified whenever new video is uploaded. Thank you and be blessed.